Good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and tonight I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Void Ring Intersection by Ninite. This is a puzzle that was submitted to me, a new setter who I've never done before. So when I got the submission, that was really cool. And I wanted to give this one a look. This is a classic Sudoku, so the rules will be really easy to explain. So I um, I did get a little bit of feedback on this one. So I looked at the page for this puzzle on Logic Masters Germany, and people were talking about it. And the difficulty rating on this one is sort of a little bit harder than I'm used to for a classic Sudoku. So I'm sure there's going to be something in here that is going to stump me, and I have no idea what that is. So I have no idea if this is going to be a long or a short video. We'll find out together. You will know already by now. Yeah, on the channel, same as always, I've got the two packs, the first two packs of the KG Constraint Killer Sudoku pack series running. The details for that below. If you would like to submit a puzzle to me, details for that is below. Yeah, I'm again running to a bit of a time limit, and I have no idea. A classic Sudoku to me can be anything from 4 minutes. This is not going to be 4 minutes to 4 hours. So yeah, let's have a look at how this one works. The rules are easy. In every box, normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, we need to ensure that the digits 1 to 9 are placed without repetition. Exactly once only. 2 is right out. Yeah, so that's it. That's what we've got. Let's give this a shot. So the first thing I noticed was these 7s. Look over here and put 7 into one of those. I've got the same with 2s, putting 2 in one of those. I should do this one digit at a time. So 2 looks down, putting 2 into there. I'm not going to find anything, am I? 1 puts 1 into one of those. 3 and 3 puts 3 into one of 3 places. 4 and 4, so this 4 and this 4, pinch all of those and puts 4 into one of those places. That 4 pinches this box in the same way, but I don't have these digits, so that's not helpful. 4 and 4 is in those 3. I don't want to mark digits in 3 places in a classic. I get the feeling that would be bad. 9 and 9, 3 places. 8 and 8, 3 places. 1 and 1, I should have started with 1s. 1s go in there. Possibly should do this in digit order. 1s go in there. It's probably stuff I'm missing because I'm not being methodical. 6 and 6 does the same. So 6 goes in those 2. There is nothing here. Okay, so am I looking for something like hidden singles? Like 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this column has all of the high digits. And this sees 1, 2, 4. So this is 3 or 5. And this sees 1, 4, and 3. So this is 2 or 5. So is there a hidden single somewhere? Because this sees all of the low digits, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this sees 7, 8, 9. So this is 5 or 6. This sees 1, 2, 3. Doesn't see 4. Doesn't see 5. 6. It's a lot of digits. It's not. This sees 2, 3, 4. This is 1 or 5 because it sees 2, 3, 4. Doesn't see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 1 or 5. But this doesn't see any of the low digits at all. This is 2, 4, or 5. That's not great, but this sees 1, 2, 4. This is another 3. While I'm doing this, I'm looking for things where the digits will line up and give some sort of 9 is in there. So I'm looking for places where digits might line up and give some sort of pressure. So where, for example, there might be a pattern of, like, I've got 1 and 4 in here and 1 and 4 in here. So is that going to give me something like 4 has to be in here and 4... No, sorry, yeah, 4 has to be in here. 4 is limited to those. 4 there and 4 in those. But I can take 4 out of those. Like, I'm literally just... So there, all of the places 4 can go. It's not going to be that. I mean, it could be. I mean, is this set? And I hope it's not, because one thing I'm really not good at is set with classics. I've watched some of the videos trying to explain it, but I'm terrible at it. Beyond possibly the most famous sets, I don't think I could understand it. But there is something there. Just let me... Like, the most famous set in the world is probably that one. And I'll explain it if I think this is going to help. And that's going to help. Okay, so time for me to explain what I just... Not go away. What I was just looking at there. So this is important, and this is, I think, critical to the puzzle. Unfortunately, this is the most famous set in the world, because otherwise I don't think I would have found what I just did. Okay, so now, the concept of set, or set equivalence theory, is the concept that the digits 1 to 9 have to be placed, as stated in the rules quite clearly, exactly once in each box, column, and row. And therefore, what you're looking for are cells in the grid where you can make... set equivalence theory, equivalences between those. And I've searched, others have as well, to try and find a better way of explaining that, and it's bad. I have not been able to. So let's, for example, look at that column. We know in the final solved grid that will contain all of the digits from 1 to 9 once each. So if we then also highlight this column, because it's 2 columns, we know that for the grid that will contain all of the digits 1 to 9 twice each. If I then add this box, and it looks like I'm picking these indiscriminately, but I'm working towards the specific set that I was explaining earlier, that will contain all of the digits 1 to 9 thrice each. And if I was to then add this box, there's been no overlaps at all, then that will contain all of the digits 1 to 9 4 times each. So that should be fairly clear to people. I have highlighted in the solved grid 4 1s through 4 9s, 4 of each of the digits 1 to 9. Now, ignoring the green for a bit, what I'm going to do is I am going to highlight 4 rows in the grid. And I'm going to highlight those 4 rows. And in yellow, it should be clear I've highlighted in the solved grid 4 1s through 4 9s, all of the digits 1 to 9, 4 times each. Now, if we pick a single solitary digit in the solved grid, that's its own digit. And if it exists in both yellow and green, then it's independent of that set, because if it was, for example, a 3, if I was to remove a 3 from 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9, and I was to remove a 3 from 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9, what I'm left with is exactly the same thing. I'm left with 4 1s, 4 2s, 3 3s, 4 4s, 4 5s, 4 6s, 4 7, 4 8, 4 9s. So any digit that is in both sets you can remove without there being any change to the equivalences. And because of that, what we can see here is the 16 cells we have in yellow are exactly the same digits in the solved grid as the 16 cells we have in green. And if you need some time to wrap your head around that, the first time I saw it, so did I. But this is important in this puzzle, because what we have in the yellow cells is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digits that are 4 or lower, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 digits that are 6 or higher. So that is telling us exactly the makeup of these cells. These cells must all be 1, 2, 3, and 4, and these cells must all be 6, 7, 8, and 9. And we'll be able to use that to make equivalences. So, for example, I can't put 9 in here. I can't put 7 in here. And now I'm just doing Sudoku. Not sure about that one yet. Down here, I can't put 8 in there. In here, that can't be a 1. Those can't be 2. Did I get anything else? Well, I forced 1 into here somehow. Oh, these 2 1s. Yeah, this 1 means that there's no 1 in here. I've got 1 in here. So there must be a 1 in one of those. Can I do more than this? That's got to be it, though. Oh, there's no... there's no 2 or 3 here. This is the 1... Oh, no, that's not correct, because I've already moved the 2. But there's no 3 here. For some reason, I saw that wrong. So that's got to be it. There's no 4 in either of those. Maybe I missed some basic Sudoku before I found this. I thought that would do more. Because that's got to be the trick. So this is 6, 7, 8. So I can highlight these digits and highlight a 6, a 7, and an 8, and I say, I found those. Those are done. Like these 3 digits match these 3 digits, I am now completely done. This is from 1, 2, 4, 5. There's no 3 here because of... Oh, there's no 2 there. This is a 4. There's a 1, 2, 3 here. This is a 4. That's what I was missing. There's no 4 here. This is a 1. This is a 3. There's no 4 here. And now I can say I've got 2 1s so in the 2 different sets, so I can turn around and say I found those. 3 and 4. Let's use those 3s and 4s and get this corner completely out of the equation. Now, the thing I've got to keep in mind is I do have to get the right number of matching digits as well, which I'm going to do by seeing what I haven't yet put in. This may not be the best way to solve this, but it's what I found and it's what I'm doing. Now, 4 has to go in one of those 2 because of that 4. 2 is definitely down here. 3 is in one of those two, because 3 is being pinched out of those. 3 is in one of those two. That's a 3. Because now 3 and 3 look down into all of those, and that has to be a high digit, otherwise I'm going to break the equivalence. That's a 3, which takes 3 out of those. This becomes 2 and 4, and now I've got more low digits. So those are 2 and 4, that's a 2 and 4, those are all done. That means there's no 2 there, but I had to put a 2 in here, that's a 2. So the 2 comes out. And now there's no 2 for me to match. All I'm matching in low digits is a 1 and a 3. Ah, there was 2 of each of the low digits. There were 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 3s, and 2 4s. And all I've got a left match now is a 1 and a 3. So this can't be 2 or 4. This can only be 1 or 3. Oh, this 1 looks up. It's an invisible given. It's a 3, so they don't. And therefore, this has to be a 1 to match what's left. So that's the 1. That's very cool. So now all I've got to do is match the high digits. So I've got to match 2 9s, a 6, a 7, and an 8. Only 2 9s. So 4 takes 4 out of there, so it puts 4 into there. What are these? 1, 5, and 6. But I can't put 6 in here. So this is 1, 5, and this is the 6, which takes 6 out of those. So this is a 7, 9. So I can take a 7 and a 9 out of the equivalence, because wherever they go, they're completing the equivalence. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 2, 5. So I know what this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, which means I can't put 6 or 7 in there. This is the 7 because of this 7. This is the 6. But I still need to put a 6, an 8, and a 9 in. So one of these is the 6. Right, that matches. Yeah, this is working. Now, you would say that it's working because of what I'm doing, and that is 100% true, but it is still true that what I'm doing has to be the case. 5, 8, 9. Every time I have to explain set, I panic. This becomes the 5, this becomes the 3, this becomes the 2. So this 2 makes this 5 and this 2. 1, 2, I need to put a 3 down here. And it has to go there because I can't put it there. 4, 5, so this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. So this is 8 or 9 because I can't use 6 or 7. Oh, this 6 is looking over. That's not 6. This is the 6, which means that those equivalences are done. And now whichever, this is an 8, 9 pair. And the important thing to remember, and the thing that I wouldn't have if I hadn't done this, is these have to be different. So what are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 8, and 9. And these two have to be different. So what are these? This is, well, I've got the 3. This is 1, 8, and 9. Oh, this 6 is looking down. There's no 6. I'm failing basic Sudoku again. Welcome to my channel. We all do it. It's not just me. I'm going to keep telling myself that until I'm right. I keep thinking there'll be something staring me in the face. Let's look at this quad. I like quads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Now, this can't be 4. Neither of these can be 8. And this one can't be 4. Now, 7 has to go in one of those two. because of these 7s, which I completely missed at the beginning. Okay, what about this quad? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Well, there's no 9 there. There's no 6 there. Really? Five. So these are from 5, 7, 8 from the column. That can't be 8. There's a 6 in one of those two, because I can't put 6 in any of those. 1, 1. 1 is in one of those two. Ah, that's a 1, 4 pair. Because this one is knocking one out of there, and this one is knocking one out of there, and that's a 2. This is a 1, 4 pair. Does that do anything? Yes, this 4 looks up. That's the 1, that's the 4. This is a 5, 8, 9, and it can't be a 5. This is an 8, 9. Am I going to end up colouring 8, 9s? This is... I thought I just typed that wrong, but I hadn't. 4 is... I've already got the 4. Have I got all the 4s now? No. 4 is in one of those. Not there. One of those two. And one of those two. Now, is that the only place for 3? Yes, that's the only place for 3 now. I obviously removed a pencil mark 3 from here a while ago and didn't notice. So this is 7, 8. So this is a 1, 5, 7, 9 quad. So this is 5, 7, or 9. Again, not helping. This 1 is looking down, making that the 1. This is 5, 6, because it's 5, 6, 8 in the column, and there's an 8 right there. There's a 2 in this box right there, which doesn't, again, do anything. Oh, actually, I think it makes that a 2. Why did it... I've got this wrong. Why did it... I've got this wrong. When I pencil marked all of this, I got this completely wrong. Now, that is correct, and that is correct, but those two... I'm going to remove all of the center pencil marks in this box because I got those completely wrong, because I may have done it right for the column, but I'm not going to assume that because I just realized I was pencil marking 7 in here, but there's a 7 down here. So I do need to put a 2 in this column, and the only place I can put it is there. So that's 2 and that's 9. So this is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. This can't be the 7 or the 4. That's the 5. This is a 4, 7. Okay, maybe that will help me. Hang on, I've got 1, 5, 8. Am I completely broken? No, that 9 looks up, making that 8, meaning that's not 8. The 9 makes this 1, which makes this 5, and I'll get to the yellow cells in a minute. This becomes 9, this becomes 1. There is no 9 over here, which is the other way of telling me that that has to be the 9. And now I have completed all of the equivalences, which I was going to remember that these had to be different, and I was going to put the 9 in, but I got it from normal Sudoku. So, I don't know. That ring has to be the thing, and the fact that there were 8 low digits and 8 high digits, and you had to merge them together. I think void ring. There were voids in the ring, and you had to smash void ring intersection. I get it now. I may not be quick, but I get it in the end. 5, 6, or 7 for the row. Okay. What's the Sudoku I am missing? These are 5, 6, 7, and 8. This can't be 7. This can't be 5. This can't be 5. That's a 5, 7, 8 triple. Can't put 9 there and can't put 9 in either of those. That's the 9, that's the 7, which makes that the 8 and that the 7, which looks back making that the 9, which takes the 9 out of both of those, which I got from that anyway. This is a 5, 6, 8 triple. The 9 looks out, taking 9 out of there. This 9, of course, makes that an 8, which makes this a 5, which makes this a 9. The 5 looks down, making this the 8, and it takes 8 out of both of those. This is now a 5, 6 pair, which makes this the 8 and takes 8 out of both of those, which makes that the 7, and this is a 5, 6 pair. This 7 looks, yeah, really nice. Very, very nice. There's a 4, 7 here, which makes this the 8, which looks up making this 5 and this 8. There's no 5 here anymore. This 7 looks up making this 6, which makes this 5, which makes this 6, which makes, that's a very, very nice end. This is a 7. This can't be 7 or 8, so it's 5. And the last digit I put in is a 4, and that is the correct solution of the puzzle. I did forget once again to restart my timer because I am Bremster and I have things that I do, and that is one of them. That was very, very cool. And if I'd paid more attention to the name of the puzzle, I would have known I was on the right track earlier. Yeah, the void ring intersection, because yeah, there are voids in the ring and you have to fill them from the intersection caused by the Fist of Mephiel ring set. That makes perfect sense. Very, very cool puzzle. Thank you, Night, for sending that one in. I'm glad you did. And thank you for finding and deciding to submit. I really do appreciate it. And I hope other people were able to find their way through that puzzle. How long did it take me? Yeah, a bit under 30 minutes, so not bad. Thank you everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.